me come to you, Ajay, first, because you have been tracking what's been happening on the ground. Are we seeing a further escalation of the situation? It happened in June when there was an actual conflict which resulted in casualties. This time it appears that the Indians are also striking back. Give us a sense of what you're learning from your sources on the ground, Ajay.
Rajdeep, it seems to be increasingly clear that the Chinese have a clear game plan to engage the Indians in talks, to have talks at the military-to-military level, to engage in talks at the diplomatic level, but to continue doing what they're doing on the ground, which is to expand their hold of tactically important features so that they can define a new line of actual control where they hold all the tactical high cards. It began in Galwan, it extended then to the Pangong area, and now it's moving south from Pangong to the south bank of the Pangong and towards Chushul. I would say that nobody should be surprised, and I'm sure the Indian Army is fully expecting this, that they would then take the action points to Dumti and to Demchok, which are further south, and then at the end of it have a new line of actual control where they hold all the tactically dominating features, where the Indians are perpetually at a disadvantage, and towards this end they're going through the pretense of talks and of dialogue. So I'm sure the Indians are aware of this. I'm sure that they're taking care of this, but that seems to be the situation as of now.
But I just want to add on to that, Ajay. I read a tweet of yours this morning which says, patience is running out on the Indian Army, which believes China is tying it down in fruitless dialogue while continuing its aggression on the ground. India is concerned that the PLA really wants to focus on changing the LAC in Depsang while diverting Indian attention towards Pangong. You seem to suggest that the Indian Army now believes that patience is running out. There have been reports that we have also struck back in a few areas, especially in Chushul. So is this now very much quid pro quo, both sides targeting each other?
You're absolutely correct, Rajdeep. What you're seeing is an inflection point. You're seeing the beginnings of the Indian Army starting to retaliate now against Chinese incursions and intrusions. So far, it's just been a sort of a more modest response, partly because the Indian troop build-up had not taken place so far. But now the Indian troops are in place. I think that if the Chinese continue trying to expand their hold and their threshold and their control over more important features, you're going to see more vigorous Indian retaliation from now on. I think that the young officers on the ground who are very aggressive, who are very good soldiers, they don't like the idea of being tied up in dialogue while the Chinese troops continue to expand their hold. So that's what I was referring to when I tweeted that. The Indian Army soldiers on the ground and the young officers on the ground are itching for action.